SOPA. No, I'm not talking about a bowl of soup, but rather the criminally coordinated effort by the U.S. government and its greedy corporate counterparts to completely censor the internet and eradicate the freedom of speech once and for all. In fact, we may be infringing on copyright laws right now just for making this video, simply for talking about it. And because U.S. dictators might not like what we have to say about it, and because our basic freedoms are about to be violated by this devious backdoor legislation, they might just end up censoring us and shutting us down for good. But while we can still speak freely, at least until December 15th, before they pass this draconian legislation, let us speak to you with an open mind and an open heart, and let us tell you a little bit about this new bill. The internet that we've grown to love, that has birthed a technological revolution around the world and liberated millions of people, is in danger. SOPA, otherwise known as the Stop Online Piracy Act, or Bill H.R. 3261, was first introduced by the United States House of Representatives on October 26, 2011. So who cares? And what exactly is this bill about? SOPA would allow the U.S. Department of Justice as well as copyright holders to seek court orders against websites accused of enabling or facilitating copyright infringement. It sounds fair enough at first, but if you properly investigate and read through its contents, you'll come to understand that the bill is actually far more sinister and broad in scope than you may have previously imagined. Depending on who requests a court order against infringers, the bill includes barring online advertising networks and payment facilitators such as PayPal from doing business with an infringing website, barring search engines from linking to such sites, and requiring internet service providers to block access to their search results. We've seen this happen before with independent whistleblowers such as WikiLeaks. So how do we define an infringer exactly? Well, that's where things get complicated, and hence the can of worms. You see, the Stop Online Piracy Act ultimately leaves the decision and definition of such infringement up to just a handful of large corporations and government officials to decide, kind of like a modern-day witch hunt. Government agencies such as Homeland Security, as well as a handful of large corporations such as Apple, those in the mainstream media and the music industry obviously support the bill. And why wouldn't they? It gives them complete control over their competitors and those they feel might pose a threat. What this means is millions of websites, free thinkers, activists, musicians, independent news outlets, and aspiring businesses and entrepreneurs will be shut down for good. This is internet censorship by definition, and it is the same type of censorship that we already have in such tyrannical dictatorships and communist police states such as Iran, Syria, and China. So why would the United States, the self-described light and pillar of the modern free world, want to pass this bill? Well, if you've been paying any attention at all, it's actually quite obvious. Tyranny has finally come to the United States of America, and it's exactly why these criminals are working diligently overnight to pass this bill. You see, this is just the beginning. First, it's copyright infringers, then those in the alternative media, and eventually your next-door neighbor. In fact, many of you watching this video might be defined as a potential infringer, or God forbid, maybe even a terrorist. Don't like bank bailouts? Don't like fraud? Well, you better shut up now and forever hold your peace, because before you know it, you're being corralled into a FEMA camp and sent to the gas chambers, all because you had an opinion, watched a YouTube video, or made a comment on the internet. Although this may seem like a drastic viewpoint, it's not far-fetched. Bills like these lead to these kinds of dangerous circumstances, and your silence or inaction is a measure of your willful participation and approval. We've seen this type of tyranny in history before, and they were all preceded with plenty of warnings. You've just had yours, and it's exactly why we need your support. Please help us fight these bills. To help, and for more information, please follow the links in the description box below. Thank you.